of churches. So maybe we don't have much problem with the 7 lampstands. It's very clear. But interpretive problems actually comes with the stars. Who are the angels of the churches? So maybe, yes. Who are the angels of the churches? Right? There are various, at least four views. All right, there are 4 views about angels. Who are these angels? How do we identify these angels? You know, how are we going to identify? So we have 4 options. Number 1, these 7 angels are literal angels, right? These 7 angels are literal angels. Yes, they so like Beale, Jones, and Morris, they all says in support. This is consistent use of the term throughout Revelation. Yes, in the book of Revelation, there are many places the word angels are used, right? And not only the Old Testament, even in the New Testament. So angels are given responsibility elsewhere in the epistles of communicating divine revelation. Even now to John, Jesus is communicating to John through angel, right? So maybe yes, these angels are literal angels, and stars symbolizes angels. Elsewhere in the scripture, in Job, we have stars representing maybe angel, if you interpret it in a certain way. But the problem in rebuttal, angels are not related directly to churches elsewhere in the New Testament. Of course, in the book of Revelation, we see the word angels many times referring to literal angels. How does Bible ever talk, or does Bible ever say that angels are connected to churches that way? Of course, you might read from 1 Corinthians that angels look the worship, but angel of a church, like guardian angel, like, and there is a separate angel for a church. Bible doesn't teach like that. Nor they view as having responsibility over the churches. Bible doesn't say that angels have any responsibility over the churches. Furthermore, angelic mediation, of course, between Christ and John. Why would there be additional angelic mediation between John and these churches, right? Yes, it is angel who gives to John, but now what John writes, it goes through the angel to the churches, is the problem, right? Why should be any additional angelic mediation between John and these churches? So the angel of the church, because there are places in the Bible, the angel of the church as responsible for certain things there. We will look at that as we read further. So first group says it is literal angel, but I think, yes, if you look at the other places in the book of Revelation, it is used for literal angels. That is the reason Beale and Johnson and other people wanted to say it's literal angels. But talking about these people, these angels are responsible for churches, there is a difficulty there. Second is personified spirits of the churches. Spirits of the churches, especially Mounds looks at that way. In support, this view allows for a direct connection between the messengers and the message, the churches with which they are associated. So personification is founded in Revelation, other places, right? Personified spirits. It is personified spirit. The spirit of the church, spirits of the churches is personified as angel, right? But the problem again, this view requires double symbolism. Representing angel, representing personified spirit churches. That is a double symbolism. The passage appears to distinguish the stars and the churches, not equate them. Angels are not churches. When there's a spirit of church is personified in angel, basically they are equating angel to the church. That is the issue. Third view, who are the angels? Yes, there are a good number of people who would say the angel of the church is the pastor, the leader of the church. Because our pastor is given responsibility of the local church. And this responsibility would explain how John could transition from exhorting and admonishing the angel to the exhorting church. So John wants to exhort the angel so that the angel will exhort the churches. So that angel is the leader of the church, the pastor. But what is the problem with that view? John does not use the term elsewhere in Revelation with this meaning. Not the angel equal pastor, not anywhere in the writings of John. Right? This is the same problem of interpreting symbol star with the second symbol angel. So we have same struggle. And that means that leads us to the fourth view. What is that? Messengers. Not really the pastor of the church, but the messengers. In support this literal meaning of the term, this is the literal meaning of the term. The word angelos, right, or angelos, can mean an angel or a messenger. This got both meanings. So that's the literal meaning. In many places in the Bible, the word angel is used or can be translated as the messenger, right? We know that similar messengers were sent to Paul from various churches, and Paul, so messengers were there. There were people who were there to communicate things. So in rebuttal, this is not a regular meaning of the term in many uses in Revelation. That is why in Revelation, the word angel is not the angel as the messenger is not a regular one. This view does not explain how the messengers seemingly had authority over respective churches. That is also a problem. How can these messengers have authority over their respective churches? That is the problem. But if you take pastors, yes, that is why pastors have authority over the churches. But how do we say messengers have the authority over the churches? Probably that is also a problem. So, conclusion, right? Conclusion. First, third, and fourth views are all viable options. But John's use of the term in Revelation favors. If we look at John's use of the term in the rest of the book of Revelation, we may have to say this is the literal angel, angels of God. On the other hand, if these were actual messengers representing the churches or even pastors, it would explain why John used the second person singular in most of his admonitions and warning. When you read these letters to the churches, you see John uses the word second person singular, you, right? You singular. So that means maybe preference comes to the fourth view, taking these messengers as representing their respective churches. So that is the view that is preferred. They are human beings who represent local church. We're not really saying they are pastors, could be, but basically we look at as the messengers of the church, representative of the churches. So 7 angels, 7 messengers or representatives of the churches. 7 lampstands, right? 7 lampstand, 7 churches in Asia Minor. Right? Those two are the important thing to look from chapter 1.